so it is like, so not at the same time, but oh my gosh, Usher's walking through the crowd, feeding people cherries. Everybody's losing their mind, watching these women do nasty things to these cherries as Usher feeds it to them. Vito was there. Vito popped out the crowd and fed, I think, his fiance cherries. Wife fed his wife cherries.
His wife cherries.
Fed his wife cherries.
Okay.
Usher gets to the back of the stage. Crime Mob comes out and performs. It's like, oh my gosh. So it's like you're sitting you're in the crowd, but the much smaller stage is supposed to be a club.
Yes.
And so people are sitting at the tables of the club, and you don't realize who's at the table until they stand up. And one of the folks that stands up, the whole group stands up, is Crime Mob.
Yeah.
So we get all of that going. And then Lil Scrappy gets up, and we get all of that going. All while the Scrippers is spinning around the pole on the main stage.
This is like overstimulating, low-key.
Everything stops. Not stops, but like they go from song to song to song, strippers doing what they do.
Yeah.
Boom. You look up and it's like, wait, why is T.I. on the stage? Where did he come from? T.I.'s on the stage. He's performing. All of this in Atlanta. It's amazing, right? It would have been amazing outside of Atlanta, but in Atlanta,
this is
with the ATLians,
yes,
like it is great.
It's real ATLian right now.
Yes. So Usher makes his way back to the stage. At some point, Ludacris comes out. They do Lovers and Friends.
They do Lovers and Friends. Also,
Lovers and
classic
Friends.
Usher record.
They do Lovers and Friends.
Don't sleep on Lovers and Friends.
No, Lovers and Friends. Skip the Lil Jon part. Lil Jon ruined that song.
No. Don't put that smut. No smut on Lil Jon's name.
No, get out of here.
No.
I'm in the mood. I don't want to hear Jonathan yelling at me. Are you kidding me? I would never ever cross the line.
Hey, look.
Come on, Jonathan.
He said, if what I want to pull it out. Hey, he let you know. He let you know, CJ.
That verse is real consensual.
Exactly.
It's full of consent. It's full of asking for consent.
Asking great questions.
A very good question.
Let a brother know before I pull it out is a great.
Let me know before I pull it out.
Yeah, because I can't be like just putting this up and
I would never ever cross the line.
Sade.
But I just don't need him hollering at me like that.
Okay, you want him to do it in a very desolate tone.
That song is so sensual, then Jonathan comes on screaming, hollering, fussing, yelling. All right, so then Usher gets back on the main stage, performs, daps T.I. up, performs again. He ends with Yeah. Ludacris comes out again for Yeah, and then Ludacris does his medley. And then it all ends. What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Jessica Benson Show, Grind City Media. It is a Thursday, January the 2nd, if I do recall correctly. And as Jessica would say, it's probably going to be a good day. She would say definitely. But hey, it's your day to make of it what you will. Devin Walker's here with me today, so he is filling in as well. We will talk a lot of Grizzlies in that first segment. We'll be joined by TEresa Walker in the second segment to talk about the Titans, the NFL playoff race, get her thoughts on the CFP. That CFP conversation might bleed over into the third segment, where we will also be doing your Sonic Mailbag Question of the Week, and we'll be doing the draft this week. This week we are drafting our favorite superstitions in honor of the new year, New Year's resolutions, the New Year's Day meal, all that stuff. We're going to take a look at some of our favorite superstitions. We will end the show with some Theater Thursday. There'll be some TV in there as well, because I got to talk about Squid Games, man. Squid Games Season 2 has come out. I'll share with you guys, spoiler-free, completely spoiler-free, some of my thoughts on Squid Game. Devin's got a request to make to Tyler Perry. We've got all of that coming your way and more. You know what we say. Happy New Year, everybody.
Get the squad together for this year's Junior Grizzlies 3-on-3 tournament, presented by 2K at the Built Ford Tough practice facility inside FedEx Forum. On Saturday, January 4th, teams will compete in 3 games before advancing to single elimination play. Overall winners from the 10 and under, 12 and under, and 14 and under divisions will win Grizzlies tickets, including exclusive access to the pregame team shoot-around before the Grizz take on the Pelicans January 24th. Sign up today at hoopitup.com/Grizzlies.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, one exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Sonic Radio. Welcome back to Sonic RNDIO. That spells radio with me, the CIO. This just in, the new Sonic $1.99 menu lets you build a crave-worthy meal for just $1.99 an item. Whether that's a creamy shake, crispy tots, or a quarter-pound double cheeseburger. This just out. Ostriches. They're mean, not very cute, and in my opinion, way too big for a bird. Don't miss the Sonic Fun 99 menu. 5 items, always $1.99. Live free, eat Sonic.
Tax not included. See menu for details.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Grizz Nation gets set for tip-off 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game with the warm-up show. Get the latest news, notes, and analysis live from courtside at FedEx Forum.
This team is doing everything that Taylor Jenkins and his coaching staff envisioned it could do.
Join me, Lang Whitaker, along with Michael Wallace, Jessica Benson, and other personalities from Grind City Media, Memphis, and around the NBA. 1 hour before every home game, live at Grind City Media on X, YouTube, and the official Grind City Media mobile app.
For the sunshine, gotta own the day like it's all mine. Just got paid in his own time. Been working hard, I've been on the grind. I deserve this feeling, having my way. I've been on this healing. This is my day. The sun's out, let's have a little fun now. I wanna let it all out. That's what's it all about. Cause I deserve this feeling, having my way. I deserve this healing. This is my day.
Grind City Media presents The Jessica Benson Show with CJ Hurt. Live from the Grind City Media Studios on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Jessica Benson Show. She is out. I do believe she'll be back at some point tomorrow, I guess. I'm not sure. We don't talk about these things, but I'm pleased to be joined by Devin Walker. Devin, what's going on?
What is up, man? We're good, man. JB's not here. I'm here. We're up early. You got me up early today, CJ. You know what I'm saying? You know I don't get up that early. I'm not a morning guy. I'm the opposite of a morning guy. So to be here at this great hour of 8 o'clock, I'm blessed, man. We lit, though. Happy New Year, everybody. I look great right now.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Starting the new year off looking good.
Yeah, you got to, man.
I realize we're going to talk about the Grizzlies because they've continued to win, continue to do really impressive things in the process as well. Realize that my sleep schedule, some people are morning people, some people are afternoon, some are night people. You're a night owl.
I'm definitely night owl.
You get shit popping
around.
I
get shit popping when
10:30 p.m.
What's that song called? What's that song? Who made that song? Freaks Come Out at Night.
Okay, Houdini.
Yeah, he made that for me. that was especially for me. Shout out Houdini. He made that song just for me.
But I realized that I am like an infant. All I want to do naturally is wake up, eat, be up for like 2 or 3 hours, go to sleep, wake up again, eat, and repeat.
You're like a child.
Yeah,
for real.
I'm like an infant for real. Like I'll wake up about 6, eat, take a nap about 10, wake back up about 1, eat.
Yeah.
Take another nap about 4:30, 5 o'clock, wake up.
Like
eat.
a modern day Rugrat.
Yeah. That's naturally what I am. Yeah. And in the process, and it's good because over the break, I was out about a week and a half, but still keeping up with everything. Doing it that way meant that I would be up, refreshed, ready to go for these Grizzlies games that would tip off kind of late into the night, and be up and see them go out there and perform at a really, really high level. The last game that they played was the day before the New Year, so New Year's Eve. That was the Suns game, and I was really, really impressed. My wife and I were sitting down. We were watching the game. 9 players were out. We were trying to name the 9 players without looking it up, playing that game, and just looked onto the court at one point. Like, this is how you know you're deep into your bench in the NBA. If you're playing a bunch of white American-born players. Okay. We don't have all of those.
I'm glad you spoke on that and I didn't.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. Because that startled you.
Yeah.
That was jarring for me. I just looked up and it was Huff. It was Conchar. Castleton was out there. Spencer.
Kennard.
And
just having a good time.
I was like, wait a second. When's the last time I saw 5 white American basketball players all on the court at the same time?
Just hanging out.
Just kicking it.
Just
going out there and playing hard. One of the main takeaways from that game for me was just how hard they competed. Every time the Grizzlies are down like this, injuries or something like that, where sicknesses, illnesses, what have you, where, okay, we've got to go deep into the bench. Deep. You know those guys are going to come out there and play really, really hard.
Like you scratch on the bottom of the bag right now, right? In the most respectful way possible.
Yeah.
But I think, I think it may be a little bit of, because you got your ass kicked Sunday against the Suns, right? I mean the Suns, the Thunder. Thunder kind of embarrassed you. I'm sorry, Canadian Genuine. I know I motivated you a lot because he would not stop scoring, bro. He would not stop scoring.
Hold on, wait. Time out. Canadian Genuine.
Yeah, he didn't appreciate the fan base. Their fan base did not appreciate that. Oklahoma City. I called SGA Canadian Genuine.
Okay, I want to talk about your beef with OKC.
Yeah, I got
okay. In a minute, not right now, because we got to finish one of these thoughts, Devin. Before we go to the next
my bad.
one.
You forgot who you're talking to. You forgot who you're talking to.
You said Canadian Genuine, and I've missed that reference entirely.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Okay. Why did you call this man Canadian Genuine?
Because he looked like he would grind on a chair and sing to you. But like he's a Canadian, so he called him Canadian Genuine. Look at that dude, bro. If you look at SGA, he looks like he would definitely put somebody in a chair and sing Pony. And come on, bro.
But
perfectly like moisturized and everything, bro. Like
that's not a bad.
It's not a bad thing, but he just looks like that kind of guy.
I would put somebody in a chair and sing Pony. At one point, I would go to Electric Cowboy on Thursdays because it was $5 to get in, right?
Me too.
It's like, okay, cool. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to kick it. I was there with a group of people, and Pony came on, and I grabbed a friend of mine, lady friend, like, come on, let's get out here on this dance floor. She's like, no, I don't want to dance. I said, you don't want to dance? What the hell that got to do with this Pony? Get out here.
It's Pony. You got to dance the Pony,
You got to dance the Pony.
You got to dance the Pony.
So shout out to Canadian Genuine out there.
Yeah. So we'll talk about my beef with the fans after, but back to the Suns thing. No, it seems like when they're underhanded, it seems like, hey, we can still do this. Remember the game a couple years ago, the Santi Aldama reverse dunk? Mm-hmm. That was against the Suns. It was an undermanned Grizzlies team. So it was like whenever the chips may fall, when they see the Phoenix Suns, they're like, all right, it's up. And for me, the two main dudes, Jaren and Dez, they stood on business from the tip.
Yep.
Whoever they put in front of Jaren, it was barbecue chicken. Number 4, generic player, I don't know who the guy was, but he probably had a rough night because every time he saw Jaren, it was buckets.
You're not talking about Plumlee.
No, number 4. Buddy number 4 that had a Suns jersey on.
Gotcha, but because Mason Plumlee was getting that work.
He was getting that work from a lot of people. Also, Dez, you're petty as hell. Did you see that? Well, I'm the one that posted it. You see that? So there was a shot that went up, and Dez like pushed him out of the way. And I'm like, okay, he set the tone early. But Dez was getting buckets, Jaren was getting buckets. Like you said, it was like everybody, bro. Everybody chipped in. Luke Kennard had 17. Jalen Wells dropped 11. He had 11, but I don't want to talk about his scoring. He didn't stop KD, but I think he did a decent enough job on KD. And I got to give my MVP. We got to give an MVP award.
MVP for one game,
MVP for this game. No, we're giving one-day MVPs.
Okay.
It's like memberships.
Is that what we're doing in the new year?
It's like the people that work out at the gym today.
Yeah.
That are not going to be there on January 2nd.
Got you.
We're going to give
What's January 2nd now? Not going to be there January 3rd. Got you. Follow.
We're going to give it to John Conchar. MVP of the game, John Conchar. If you're watching that game, he had 7 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists. But if you watch the game, bro, his impact, his fingerprints, as they say, CJ, are on that basketball game. So shout out to John Conchar. And also shout out to Cam Spencer for letting Devin Booker know we want the smoke. Where's my camera? Which camera I look at? That one. Devin Booker, let him know We want the smoke. Shout out Cam Spencer. He stood on business. Did you see what happened?
Yo, when that happened, I'm trying to explain the ridiculousness of it to my wife. She's like, yeah, I know it's ridiculous. Like, no, you don't. You there's no way you can fully understand this ridiculousness.
Yes.
You don't do this. She's like, yeah, you don't just swipe across a dude's body to take the ball. So for those who missed it, Devin Booker gets called for something or another. I'm not sure what it was, but it's a dead ball turnover.
Yeah.
He's walking with the ball, arguing with the ref.
Cam Spencer's like, no.
Cam,
enough of that.
enough of that. The two-way player.
Yes.
The rookie.
Yes.
The dude who is literally fighting for a roster spot.
And hooping in a t-shirt.
Goes up to the all-NBA player, the Olympian. The dude is like, no, give me that rock. That player does not get to do that. Cam Spencer is not rap tight. I'm trying to tell you
We've been trying to tell y'all for months now.
He's off. There's something not...
in the most respectful way possible.
As respectful as you can say this, that man is maniacal. He's a maniac.
He's crazy.
Up here. Think about that. The gumption and then just go nose to nose with Devin Booker.
And laugh. And the crazy part about it is that you've been in some situations. I've been in some situations. The person that gets themselves in situations and then laughs about it, you got to walk.
Just leave it alone.
You got to leave him alone
because he knows something you don't know. You don't gamble with a gambler, and you don't fight the person that's laughing, like looking you in your eye laughing.
And laughing at you.
Like, okay, no.
While you're mad as hell.
You different.
I'm laughing at you being mad as hell.
That situation is like the freshman who's playing JV but has to play varsity, getting into it with the all-state dude on the other team. It's like, oh, no, this kid is different. He might not be able to be the best player on the court. He might not be able to dribble with his left hand.
But
he'll fight you. He'll cut you.
Like he'll
pull out a switchblade on you.
He might cut you up. We know if it hits the fan, we know he's gonna be there.
Yeah, he's there.
Like, and
it's probably gonna hit the fan because of him.
Oh yeah,
like it's his fault. It's hitting the fan. Devin, the guy's name you're looking for, number 4 on the Suns, Oso Ighodaro.
Yeah, that guy.
All right, I'm unfamiliar with Mr. Ighodaro's game.
His name is
I forgot about him.
We'll call him Mr. Barbecue Chicken because not only Jaren cooked him in every possession.
Yeah.
Not only Dez. CJ hurt, but you know who else put his ass in the blender?
Who else, Devin?
Take a while. I'm gonna let you guess. Before I tell you, I want you to take a guess. Who got on an island with Mr. Oso Ighodaro?
Was he the one Luke Kennard went by? Luke Kennard with the handles. I could hear I could hear Brevin Knight standing up on the call. Yes. It was like, oh my gosh.
Luke Kennard
between the legs, behind the back crossover. Lefty finish.
You got cooked ego.
By Kennard?
Look at it.
These are the NBA. The Grizzlies played so well. The NBA put out player highlights for both Jaren and Dez. Jaren ended up with 38 points on the night. Bane ended up with 31 on the night to go along with 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 4 3-pointers made. Jaren had 11 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 4 3-pointers made. John Morant tweeting it, all-stars.
You're damn right there.
You brought these two up earlier in the conversation, Devin. And it is like when you're that depleted, those two are still playing, and those two have to go out there and play at a really high level. I thought Jaren was aggressive from jump.
From the tip.
Everybody saw Jaren was aggressive from jump. Like whoever you're going to put on me, I'm not going to be guarded. And Jaren went out there 17 points in that first quarter, I think 25 at half, and really forced the Suns to say, okay, we got to double them. And this is a thing that teams will start doing with Jaren when Jaren gets going, especially in the postseason. Go double him.
Yep.
Jaren was really good making the pass out the double team, man.
I mean, in that pass, making an extra pass to maybe a wide open 3. And another thing, too, I noticed about this game, it's like, and we talk about the shorthandedness, the injuries, all that kind of stuff, the PTSD of having all those guys in street clothes on the sideline, which kind of stressed me out a little bit. But I think last year kind of taught Jaren a lot, right? It taught Jaren and Dez something. We're like, all right, Ja might not be here. We might have a lot of Brandon not be here. Edie might not be here. Our core pieces might not be here, but we're here. Let's stand on. Let's make sure we can figure this out. Stand on business. Because last year's team, it was a lot of Dez and Jaren. It was a lot of Dez and Jaren. So like even when it comes into the game, people are like, oh, we're down so many players. Oh, well. I was like, bro, they've been through this stuff before. They did this last year with not very good players. They had my boy
Trey
Jemison,
Xavier
my boy
Simpson was running
the hook
around
guy
for a little
from
bit.
Michigan, Iso Duwam, whatever his name. He wore number 18 for us. I don't remember his name. He wore 18.
Yeah.
Timmy Allen, respectfully.
Respect to all those players. All of them went out there and played really, really hard. They just weren't quite there yet.
Exactly. And they were doing it with those dudes, right?
Yeah.
And they were putting up numbers. So to kind of shift into this year, well, you got those two, and you got Contra, who's legitimate NBA player, regardless. People say Jalen Wells, who's a good rookie. Luke Kennard, who walked into the court and turned into Luke Kennard from high school.
Yeah.
Cam Spencer, who's a dog. Like I think J Huff hit a couple threes in the first half, but I think probably it was a better group around them, and they showed. Look. They're the reason why we play these big bucks. Shout out 22 and 13 for handling the business against the Suns. I want to ask you this question though, CJ. If you're a Grizzly fan watching that game, right? And I know you hate to see like the main guys not be out there. You want to see 12 out there. You want to see Marcus out there. You want to see Zach Edey out there, who a lot of people have been talking highly about. 15 straight games with a positive plus minus. Shout out Zach Edey. Tom Haberstroh and them had those numbers this weekend. But as a Grizz fan, is that one of your favorite wins of the season so far?
If I was a Grizzlies fan,
coming off that OKC BTA,
it would be up there, but for me, it would be the win over the Celtics. Would be mine. Like, that is a team that everybody would expect. Everybody would say, like, hey, this is a title contender. Will they get there or not? People might differ on that. But most people, not even most, everybody would say, hey, if we're going to do title contenders, the Celtics are on there. And you went up there, they were healthy, you were healthy, on the road, and played at a really high level and got a win on the road against them. So I will say that is just because
that's number one. That's the one.
Because
you hadn't beat them in a long time.
You hadn't beat them in 10 years,
Yeah.
and there's something to be said about beating one of those types of teams in the regular season, where it is, we are good, and we're good not just beating up on the lower teams in the league. I can't remember who's down at the bottom. I don't pay the
Pelicans.
bottom. Yeah, we're good. We're not just beating the hell out of the Pelicans, right? We're not just beating the hell out of the Raptors. We can beat good teams, and so doing that fully healthy on the road in that type of environment, I would have that as my favorite win. But this of the season so far. But this one is a really exciting and fun win for a different reason, because it shows, hey, if we gotta go to some of these dudes on the bench in pivotal moments, they can give you quality minutes off the bench. Just thinking about the fact Conchar went from like damn near not playing, pretty sure not playing, to starting 2 games, right? Didn't he start the Thunder game?
He started the Thunder game.
Like starting 2 games, and you're getting positive things out of him. That is encouraging.
Yeah, he went from a damn near in the trade rumor to starting against the Thunder.
A lot of DNPs for
a lot
John
of DNPs.
Conchar.
But then there's the thing too, like even Luke Kennard, the like psychological part of like you going from being in the trade rumor, bro, to walking ISO, whatever his name is, down in a Phoenix Suns game. For you, it's like a freeing of mind, right? Like, yo, I can go out here and hoop now. I'm not worried about whether or not I'm moving. You know what I'm saying? So it was good that you can put dudes like that. Conchar, bro, that lets you. Conchar's a hooper. I don't care what a flat out hooper. He could hoop down the street. He could hoop in the NBA game. Like, bro, he did what he needed to do. But yeah, shout out to the Grizzlies for getting a professional win, as they say, CJ Hurt, and got to enjoy New Year's, because you can't go into the new year with an L, bro. That's a bad feeling. So yeah,
can't go into the new year with an L or Dirty House doing laundry, dishes, that sort of thing. We'll talk about that more in the third segment. Superstitions. Right now, Grizzlies are top 5 in the NBA in points, rebounds, assists, blocks, 3-pointers made, net rating, offensive rating, defensive rating, second chance points per game, points in the paint per game, pace, miles per game traveled, average player speed, loose balls recovered per game, bench points per game, and bench net rating per game.
Wow.
If that matters to any of you people out there.
Wow, so we do a lot of running, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
We're the kings of running on the season. We run more than anybody else.
Absolutely. Speaking of running more than anybody else, shout out Cam Skattebo. My guy ran out there.
My dog, bro.
My guy went out there.
Hey, shout out Cam Skattebo for being, he is us, CJ. You know why he is us?
Why?
My guy was on the sideline puking his brains out. And he came out and don't ever call me unathletic, y'all. Don't ever say, Devin, you're this, you're that. Because Cam Skattebo did it on the biggest schedule of his life. He played after he threw up, that dude turned into a different man.
Oh, he was
and look, hey, as 2 men who would like to, have a good time, CJ, we can relate.
Absolutely.
Sometimes all it takes is a little puke and rally, and Cam Skattebo did it on the biggest game stage of his life. And shout out to him, man. He showed
Shout
up.
out to Cam. We'll talk about Skattebo. We'll talk about the NFL playoff race. We'll talk about what the Titans should be doing, maybe some players that they're looking forward to drafting in the upcoming draft as the season ends. They're doing the Oilers jersey thing as well. We'll talk about that in the next segment with friend of the show, TEresa Walker.
I can't wait to see what your number one. If that's your number two.
Number one for me.
Come on, man.
I listen to the Bells of Luther Vandross. I love Luther Vandross's Christmas album.
I gotta go back and listen to that one, man. I'm sure I've heard it.
To the Bells and they made me remember. Get all of your HBCU sports and culture news by tuning in to HBCU Huddle with CJ Hurt and Mike Wallace. New episodes drop every Thursday on grindcitymedia.com, YouTube, and Spotify.
Grizz Nation, it's time to send Ja, Sharon, and Dez to the 2025 All-Star Game.
Oh! What did we just see, partner?
Take three! Take three!
Bain for three.
Bingo!
This man Bain
Heating it up.
Blocked by Sharon!
most versatile power forward in the game today.
Head to NBA.com/vote, the NBA app, or simply use the QR code on the screen to send your Grizzlies to the All-Star Game today.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing in FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
When it's all on the line, you turn to the strong, the stable, the unwavering. To those with a history of raising their performance to meet the moment. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard, bank easy. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st. And you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Yeah, that's fine. I deserve it.
You walked in here on Friday afternoon and said
the smoke.
Every day for the last 2 years, you have said, I am John Buckeye.
I said once the playoff matchups were made, you asked what I thought. I said Ohio State's going to beat them by double digits. I said Ohio State's. I walked it all back and went John Vol. I joined General Nealon's Navy.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
How about them
Tigers? How about the Tigers?
Go.
Beat Tulane in a game that nobody called. Nobody thought was going to happen. They were a 2-touchdown underdog, and they got the win.
Number 25 in the AP right now, number 24 in the coaches poll right now. So this is a Tigers football team that's going to end the regular season ranked in both major polls, possibly ranked in the CFP as well, with 10 wins. That's a damn good season.
The Odds Couple, live at 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
The Jolene one was good. I like Tyrant, TEresa. I don't know how you... Tyrant is a good one.
Really?
Yeah, Tyrant.
I feel like I got to tap in. I'm so asleep on that album, bro. I got to tap in.
Yeah, absolutely. Welcome back in. Jessica Benson Show. Devin Walker in for Jessica. Pleased to be joined now by TEresa Walker. We were talking about some of our favorite songs off of Cowboy Carter. TEresa, you said Blackbird was on there as well, right? Was one of those songs for you?
Blackbird, Texas Hold'em, her version of Jolene, which to me, for people who say it ain't country, well, there is country music woven through that entire album. And her rewrite on Jolene, to me, is a throwback to Loretta Lynn's Fifth City. Where you ain't coming after my man because otherwise I'm going to show you the Fifth City is what Loretta said. And, Dolly's version of Jolene is "Please don't take my man," and B, she's like, "You go shoot your shot with somebody else. This is my man. I done raised him."
I don't know if you've heard Jolene, Devin. It starts off real whiny, like begging for compassion. Please, Jolene, there's nothing I can do to stop you from taking my man, but please, Jolene, don't take him. So Beyonce does that part in the first verse, and then boom, she just switches it and becomes like Teresa says. It gets real assertive real quick. Like, hey, don't come this way. I hate to have to break you off something proper like.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in on that. Cowboy Carter's on my listening list for 2025. I'm gonna add it right now.
Good, because I bought it when it came out, and why? Texas Hold'em, and I love Daddy Lessons from Lemonade. Mm-hmm. And it's like it's like, as she points out very well in the album, music is genreless, and there's just some good stuff throughout that entire album. And if you want the country nod to make yourself feel good about it, Willie Nelson's on there, Linda Martell is on there,
you go,
and Dolly is on there in a couple sections. And it's like, if Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton and Linda Martell isn't enough to give you the old country good graces, then I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know what to tell you either. It sounds like some true hateration, which, hey, hate on what you hate on, man. But like that's an album that is really, really good, really well done. Unfortunately, what's not really, really good, Teresa, the Tennessee Titans 2024 season is coming to an end this week.
Thankfully.
Thankfully, really, really good. They're bringing back the Oilers uniforms. They're going to not debut, but the season will end with the Oiler throwback jerseys. This according to Jim Wyatt. So yeah, Teresa, what do you think about these uniforms?
I love the Love You Blue look because I love it. I mean, when they came here, I didn't see a need to tweak the uniform, but then I watched the Houston Oilers when they had Dan Pastorini, Earl Campbell, Warren Moon in the run and shoot days. It's like, I love that look. And unlike when Art Modell took his team to Baltimore to become the Ravens, Cleveland got in the agreement to keep. They got to keep the nickname, the Browns, and the colors. And Houston was just like, Bud, take your team and get. And did you notice on Christmas Day, did you see that red and the blue in the Texans uniforms? Yeah. They're trying to steal some of that back. And it's like, the jealousy is there. It's real. It's true. The bad thing is they're wearing these throwbacks on Sunday. Now, D'Amico Ryans is saying that he's going to start his starters. They're in. They're the 4 seed. The only thing that's on the line for the Tennessee Titans is right now they're sitting at the number 2 spot in the draft. They lose and New England wins against Buffalo's backups. Guys, they've got the number 1 pick. The last time they had the number 1 pick, 2016, traded down 2 weeks before the draft, didn't even get to draft day. I loved it. They waited for Kobe to do something the night before, and he had some sort of anniversary. And because it was a deal with the Rams, they waited till the very next morning at 8:00 and announced that they had made their trade. And they got a haul that year. They had 3 All-Pros in that draft. They took Jack Conklin at right tackle at 8 overall. They got some guy named Derrick Henry at 45
Never heard
overall.
of him. Yeah, I'm familiar with his work.
And then Kevin Byard, an All-Pro, 2-time All-Pro, with the first pick in the 3rd round. So that's what's on the, and guys, the forecast is not good for Sunday. It could be some freezing rain transitioning to rain. It's going to be a cold, nasty day. Both quarterbacks are going to play. Callahan says he'll tell us which one is starting later this week, but you started Mason Rudolph each of the last 2 weeks, you lost. And he said yesterday, if I had played better and won, then I'm probably starting essentially on Sunday. So they're taking one last look at quarterback before they turn their attention to the offseason and the draft. And if they're sitting at number 1, guys, as much as I think they need to trade back and, again, get more picks, this team needs more better players. But in the NFL, if you don't have a quarterback, you ain't got a quarterback.
Is it time to put the watches up, Teresa? Are we trying to get my dog Shador? I know there was a report this weekend about Shador and the family not wanting to come to Tennessee. Can we rethink that so we can get number 2 in some Tennessee blue?
I'm just saying, Deion went on Twitter and said himself that it's like, hey, I'll talk to the teams myself and tell them what I'm thinking. And you've got Rand Carthon as GM finishing up his second year. And, there was a report last weekend that Brian Callahan and his staff is safe. Now, if they lose on Sunday, Amy Adams-Strunk has made a firing in each of the last 2 seasons. Does she stay the line or does she do something? It's like, I don't know. We'll see and wait. But it's like, to me, this team is still paying the penalty for botching and whiffing on 3 straight first-round picks, 19, 20, 21. 20, 21, and 22. 19 is Jeffrey Simmons, not a botch. But they got him so late at 19 overall that John Robinson kind of got, it's like, I can take a guy who's hurt. He'll be okay. Caleb Farley, that didn't work out. And Isaiah Wilson, that did not work out. And Traylon Burks, God bless that young man, but that hasn't worked out. So it's one of those things, they need more people. And if Shadur's there, then yes, you've got to look at it very, very closely, because looking around in free agency, Vikings aren't letting go Sam Darnold. So you might have to just be patient and take one and build for that stadium that opens in 2027.
Yeah, that's one of the things I find frustrating from a team building standpoint in the NFL is we've just got to go out there and draft a quarterback, because Teresa, to your point, if you don't have a quarterback, it's really, really hard. And where I come off thinking as a general manager, which I'm not, but as a general manager, it's like, if you can get one, absolutely go get one. Prioritize getting one. Prioritize getting a good to great quarterback over a good to great left tackle, right tackle, what have you. But if you don't have that, I feel like too often we draft average and okay quarterbacks, and we grab average and okay quarterbacks in lieu of good to great other players, right? So if it was me as a general manager in this draft, and if I'll get your thoughts on this as well, Teresa, if I was the Titans, I would say, hey, if we can get Shador or Cam Ward, great, and if we got the one pick, we can pick between those two if we want to, but if we don't necessarily think they are good to great, if we think they're solid but not great, not transformative players, let's just trade back and get a bunch of good players. Teresa, you hit the nail on the head with this Titans team. They've got a lot of holes over there. It's not just quarterback. They need, to your point, they need more better players. Like that's what they need right now. What would you do, Teresa, if you were the Titans and you end up with the number 1 overall pick?
Hey, the right side of the line has to be fixed. I'd love to see him trade back. Now, the problem is you got to have somebody to trade back with that gives you the value for that pick.
Somebody's going to overvalue Cam Ward and Shador Sanders.
Oh,
right? Or even what's my man's name? Why am I blanking on Travis Hunter's name? Travis Hunter.
Yeah, come on now.
Well, and that's the thing. I mean, the biggest issue for this team this year, the reason that they didn't win more games, turnovers. And Will Levis has been a turnover machine for them. I mean, 12 interceptions, 5 fumbles. He was literally benched after the 4th turnover, 24 points. This defense is, right now on target to finish in the top 5. It's the number 2 pass defense in the league. But the problem is they're bad in points. Why? Because they've been on short fields too often because of the turnovers. So, I can see the argument, get somebody who's just not going to turn the ball over. But you're right. A Kelvin Banks from Texas, and then move J.C. Latham over to right tackle and fix the line for the first time in years. Go get yourself the pass rusher from Penn State. Do any of 5 things. I can throw a dart at a barn right now and pick a player that they need that could play almost immediately for this team. So that's the challenge that they've got. Is how do you manipulate that into getting the best players, the most best players, to fill some holes? Because Brian Callahan has been dancing around that answer the last 2 weeks. This roster needs help. They spent $228 million in free agency. Floyd Cushenberry is a good center. He's on IR. L'Jarius Sneed did not prove to be the guy I thought he could be, and I thought I wanted them to go get him. He's been on IR for a long time, and guys, he was getting lots of penalties before he got hurt. So it's like they tried to use money. The best way to build in the NFL is through the draft, and they've got to go do that this off. This is the most crucial offseason for this team, and I can't tell you when.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Let's look elsewhere in the NFL. You brought up with the Texans. They're in. Everything is set just about in the AFC with the Steelers and the Ravens still fighting for the AFC North. And then over on the other side in the NFC, it's anybody's guess who's going to get that number one overall seed. Teresa, when you look at the playoffs, what gets you the most excited, or the playoff picture, excuse me, what gets you the most excited this year?
Well, I'm really curious to see. I mean, let's face it, we kind of think the Chiefs are really just cruising toward another Super Bowl.
It feels like it.
Doesn't it? But Sunday night, I mean, that is just a game for the ages. I mean, you know, 2 14-win teams going at it, and one is going to be the wild card. And there hasn't been a team with that high a win total. The last team that went into the playoffs as a wild card, double-digit wins is much. This will be the first team, if it's Detroit, if it's Minnesota, with 14 wins. The last team, the Tennessee Titans in 1999, with 13 wins, was the highest win total for a wild card team. And one of those teams, which easily could be a division champ. I mean, they got to be. This is that year where you're looking like, should we be balancing seeds based on division or by record? And if you're the Vikings, or if you lose Sunday night, you're thinking, well, it should be by record. That's what Titan fans were thinking back in '99. Houston Texans are like, no, we got our division. We're hosting the game. Y'all calm down. So it's going to be fun. I mean, the best game is the final game of the regular season, but I want to see who is going to challenge the Kansas City Chiefs, because it feels like they've been on cruise control for another trip, for another Super Bowl.
Who's the best team in the playoffs to challenge them, Teresa, would you say?
The Baltimore Ravens.
I want to say Baltimore.
Yeah! Because she said she wanted to say, hold on, calm down.
If it weren't for the injuries for the Detroit defense, and, you know, Sam Darnold, there's just still something there that I can't quite buy into the Vikings just yet. But you know what? I have seen a lot of Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, and I hope that's the AFC Championship game, because I am prejudiced. After covering Derrick Henry for 8 years, I want to see him. The one thing that gets him into the Pro Football Hall of Fame is a ring. And if he is in a Super Bowl, and I want to see them try to stop Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, that combination. And if that's the case, then yeah, that's the AFC Championship game I want to see. And yeah, I'd love to see a Minnesota and Detroit rematch in the NFC Championship game. I just don't know if Detroit can get there with the injuries they've had on defense, but this is going to be an interesting season, because as many bad teams as there are some really, really good teams. But it just feels, I mean, for all the complaining the Chiefs did about 3 games in 11 days, they sure took care of business, didn't they?
No, right?
3 games in 11 days is ridiculous.
Yeah,
we can't be having these dudes to do that.
Yeah, that's
worse than the 4 and 6 in the NBA, right? Like, football is way too physical a sport for you to be playing 3 games in 11 days. Teresa, over in the college sphere, I had this thought, and Devin, I want to get your thoughts also. It was a pretty good year for Tennessee FCS football, wasn't it? Right? You stop and you think about Vanderbilt and what they were able to do. Memphis, Tennessee also. You throw in Tennessee State making it to the FCS playoffs. I think UT Martin had a chance to win the Big South OVC with Tennessee State as well. Teresa, who had the best college football year in the state, would you say? Putting you on the spot. Putting you on the spot too.
Put her on the. You put me on.
I'm putting everybody on. Everybody's on the spot.
I'm gonna let Teresa go first.
Oh, chicken.
Yeah, come on.
Well, I'm gonna go with the Vols just simply because they did get into the college football playoff. I know that the way that game ended in Columbus, excuse me, that there's a lot of Vol fans that are mad and ticked. But if you had told a Tennessee Vol fan in August, you go 10-2 and lose in the first round of the college football playoffs on the road, they'd have taken that in a heartbeat.
10-2, beating Alabama. You beat Alabama, you beat Florida, you beat a competent Vanderbilt team along the way as well.
Yes, a Vanderbilt team that got their first winning season and bowl win since 2013.
Yeah.
And that launched James Franklin off to Penn State, the Diego Pavia era. I mean, you know, it's turned at Vanderbilt on West End, and they are bringing in more guys. I really can't wait to see how they take a next step. Memphis with Seth Hennigan. I mean, you know, that guy stayed the entire time. And, I mean, I know that Tiger fans are thinking about what coulda, shoulda, woulda, and it was so close to them having a chance to be in the playoff. But, you know, that's a program that I think did take a big step this year. It's the wild, wild west in college football with the portal and just everything that's going on with NIL, and they cannot figure it out. Jesus is not taking the wheel yet from the NCAA as much as they keep praying for it. But at this point, I mean, the fact of the matter is college football across the state of Tennessee is really, really good this season. And high school football across the state. I mean, the talent that is coming from Tennessee schools across the board is just really, really up over the last decade, and colleges showed it. And yeah, I'm waiting to see, does somebody come knocking on Eddie's door to see if George wants to come play and coach somebody else, because I mean, Deion showed he could make the leap from Jackson State to Colorado. I'm just wondering how long Eddie stays here in Nashville at TSU. He's a loyal guy, but at some point, if somebody offers you the right opportunity, I don't know how he doesn't think about moving.
Yeah, you look across the nation right now, and you'll find if you got a good football team, it's a lot of Tennessee talent on that team. Just offhand, Marcel Reed, quarterback at Texas A&M, graduated from Montgomery Bell Academy in Nashville, Tennessee. Right, is a ton of.
Why do you know
Tennessee
that
talent.
one, CJ?
Man, that's way too specific.
Roll
bro.
red,
that was
roll,
like,
baby, roll damn red, baby.
That was way too specific.
Devin, best team.
I'm gonna shock y'all.
Best season in the state.
Best season in the state.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shock y'all just because I can't wear orange to save my life. But I'm gonna go Belmont.
Belmont.
Yeah, the school that doesn't have a football. Exactly.
Stop.
I can't let the words come out of my mouth that Tennessee had the best football program in the state. I can't say it, regardless of what. Even if they did, I can't say it. So I'm gonna go Belmont.
I'm gonna go Belmont.
Go Belmont. What's their mascot?
Bruins, Devin. Bruins.
Go Bruins.
True story. I used to break into their gym and hoop middle of the night. I used to break into Belmont's gym so we could play pickup basketball at like 1 a.m.
Well, the fun thing.
You can go to jail for that, right?
Well, statute of limitations. It happened like 50 years ago.
Okay.
One, you ain't that old, CJ. Two, we now have some space over there. The Associated Press here in Tennessee, we got some office space at Belmont. Real quick, January 1st, if you didn't have your black-eyed peas and greens, I feel sorry for you going into 25.
Gotta get them. You gotta get them, Teresa. Thank you so much, Theresa Walker of the Associated Press. Thank you, Teresa, for joining us. We'll talk to you next week. Hard hands. There it is. Theresa Walker setting us up beautifully for our superstition draft in the next segment.
I got a question.
What's up?
Okay, so there's been like a movement where people have been doing more stuff with their hands lately. Okay, y'all just did like the little heart hand thing.
Yeah.
Right? First of all, I'm gonna ask first. When did that become a thing?
People
just start doing this out of nowhere.
This thing happened. My sister did this when she graduated high school.
Okay.
In like 2015, 2016. That was the first time I saw it.
There's another finger thing I want to bring up.
I love talking about fingering.
I know. Shout out fingers.
Finger things.
Okay, and this is just asking a serious question. And I love how much pride people have in doing it at events and sporting events and outings. I know Ja did it a couple years ago when he walked off the court. Is that when it really started being a thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Because I've been seeing a lot of people just like
they throw that
just
up.
I'm gonna get
It's like, okay, I don't know why we're doing that. That's fine. You got it.
Like I see that sporting people just like aggressively just
listen, man. I can't keep up with all these newfangled things these children are doing. Did you know there's a new generation? A new generation just dropped.
They did?
A new generation of people.
No. What do they call
if you're born this year,
what do they call
you're in generation beta.
You're a beta?
You're a beta baby.
Oh, what a beta
So we've
baby.
got baby boomers 1950 to 1964, Gen X 65 to 79, millennials 80 to 94, Gen Z. I feel like I'm working with a bunch of them. I can tell a Gen Zer when I talk to a Gen Zer.
Damn right,
95 to 09, Gen Alpha 2010 to 2024, and now we've got Gen Beta. So yeah, new generation dropped this year. Ain't no telling what they gonna be doing with their fingers.
Oh yeah,
what they gonna be throwing up or down or sideways. Like, what are we doing here?
This beta generation. Oh boy, I sound old, but I don't want to be called a beta, bro, for any purposes. You know what a beta is, right? Isn't that lesser than? Like, you're a beta male. When somebody calls you a beta male.
Oh, here we go.
What does that mean?
Beta is the second letter in the Greek alphabet. It goes alpha, beta.
Okay.
Then we keep it going down down. So I guess this is how we're naming these people. But yes, you have the beta trials usually before you launch whatever it is that you're launching. So I guess alpha is a step where you're trying to figure things out, and then beta is where you're trying to put everything together. Okay. And then you do the launch.
Shout out to you betas, you little.
What's the beta testing and things like that?
Yeah, I got words for you. I got words for them, by the way.
For what?
I got words for them because they look like all Oklahoma City fans. I ain't gonna lie to you. A lot of betas in their fan base.
Let's talk
a lot of betas in y'all's fan base.
We'll talk about Devin's run-in with the Oklahoma City Thunder fans in the next segment. We'll talk about the bowls, the college football playoff, Peach Bowl, Rose Bowl specifically, and some Sugar Bowl news as well. We'll talk about all that and more coming up next.
Get the squad together for this year's Junior Grizzlies 3-on-3 tournament. Presented by 2K at the Built Ford Tough practice facility inside FedEx Forum. On Saturday, January 4th, teams will compete in 3 games before advancing to single elimination play. Overall winners from the 10 and under, 12 and under, and 14 and under divisions will win Grizzlies tickets, including exclusive access to the pregame team shoot-around before the Grizz take on the Pelicans January 24th. Sign up today at hoopitup.com/Grizzlies.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GVWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans, want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you during the Grizzlies 2024-2025 season? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Ring in the new year at Southland Casino Hotel to win your share of over $100,000 in free play, cash, or a 2025 Lexus. On New Year's Eve, we're turning up the energy with incredible entertainment. Dance the night away to the beats of DJ Epic, Jerome Chisholm and the M-Town Band, and an electrifying performance from Troy Laz. There's only one place to win when the clock strikes midnight, Southland Casino Hotel.
Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700. Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Dusty May was at Florida Atlantic last year. Tonight you'll watch him coach at Michigan. So why do I care if a football player decides to leave one place where he's making whatever money to go somewhere where he's making even more? It's what most coaches do every year. So I cannot stand it, and I mean can't stand it when the coaches sit up there and act like these young people are doing something wrong.
The Gary Parrish Show, live on weekdays at 10 a.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
ESPN put out a list. Top 30 best pro wrestlers under 30 in the world today. Number 1, Dirty Dom. Number 2, MJF.
I think Dom is deserving to be number 1. I think he is probably, like I said, one of the greatest heels in the last 10, 15 years. Like you said, he can't talk on the microphone.
The fans love it because they feel like they're a part of the show.
And that's the best.
Without their booze, he's not the best heel.
Tune in to Grind City Wrestling weekly on the Grind City Media app and on the Grind City Media YouTube channel. Welcome back. Jessica Benson Show. Jessica is out today. Devin Walker in her place, and Devin got into it with the Thunder for some damn reason. Yeah. I tried my best to stay off of social media. I did my very best, but there were some moments that brought me back to the social media sphere of influence, and one of them was Devin getting into it with Thunder fans for reasons I haven't quite figured out. You got to explain it to me, man.
Look. See, I made a joke a couple weeks ago when the Oklahoma City Thunder lost in the play-in tournament. I made a joke when they got BTA by the Bucks, I believe it was, right? I made a joke that SGA doesn't look the same when he's not walking to the free throw line. I referred to him, CJ, as Canadian Genuine when he's not shooting free throws.
Because he looks like the type of dude to put a lady in a chair and sing Pony while grinding on him.
Yes, perfectly oiled up, perfectly
moisturized.
Perfectly moisturized. He looked like he moisturizes the shit out of his skin, and he will put a lady in a chair and put Pony on and grind on her. So yes, I called him Canadian Genuine. Got the joke off. Ha ha ha. He. I thought it was funny, right?
Right.
In my subconscious, I was like, the Grizzlies play this team in a couple weeks, so we're going to stand on business. The team's going to whoop them. I'm going to be able to circle back to this tweet, say I told y'all, ha, 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 Thunder fans, you suck. Little do I know, the injury report is going to be longer than the Harry Potter book going into the Thunder game. So we go into this game with the Thunder, and I'm like, shit, we got Jay Huff coming off the bench. We got Castleton coming off the bench. And we even got Yuki called up from his assignment. Ooh, okay. Let's go do this, guys. Let's go do this. Game starts, CJ. Grizzlies are playing decent. I'm talking cash money on the Twitter timeline. F the Thunder. Let's go Grizz, right? I'm popping. I'm talking my,
Yeah.
I blinked, and the Grizzlies were down 30.
It happened quick.
And as SGA started to score and score and score, CJ, I'm looking at my TV like, somebody stop this dude. Like, miss a shot. Because I know deep down, if he keeps making shots, these people are going to come back to this tweet.
They saved it. They got the, as the youth say, they got the receipts.
They have the receipts.
They have the receipts.
So I'm just minding my business, bro. I open up my Twitter timeline probably midway through the second quarter, third quarter, and I just see a attack of Thunder fans on my tweet. And they all attacked at the same time, which I was very confused. So Thunder fans, do y'all have a group chat going on, bro? Because y'all all attacked me at the same time. It wasn't just a sprinkle here. It wasn't a sprinkle there. It wasn't a blast here. It wasn't a blast there. But CJ, they all swarmed my tweet. It told me how much I sucked. It was one guy in particular that made me laugh because I'm someone, I think I've gotten some thicker skin when I'm like kind of in this business of like you can take people talking crazy. Yeah. Shout out to all y'all in our comments that be talking crazy.
Yeah, if you take a shot, you got to be able to get
exactly. And I'm a shot shooter.
To receive a shot.
Exactly. I make jokes. So I'm going through the tweets and I find this one guy, and I wonder if you can find the tweet, Jalen. I wonder if you can put it up.
What does he say?
I was going through it like I was reading these responses, laughing, right, getting my rocks off. Let me see if I can find it in a quick duration. I should have pulled this up. I tweet way too much, by the way. I'm scrolling through my timeline. I gotta stop yapping on the internet, guys. Let me see. I'm gonna scroll through. There was one guy in particular. He responded to my tweet because I tweeted too as they were coming at me. I said the Thunder weirdos with no average are taking a victory lap, beating a team by 87 points.
Stop. This is a tweet that pulled me in.
Yeah, that's the one that pulled you in.
Your response to him pulled me in. It's like, okay, what is going on here? This is something I need to be trying to figure out.
I tweeted that as the Thunder fans are coming at me, right? Because I was like, why not? Hey, we're gonna pour some gasoline on this. Why not? I'm having a good time. I'm having some wine. Who cares?
Fresh off the holidays, right? Like, also, we're done with all that jolly and joy and peace and goodwill to all men, right? We're done with that.
We're done.
It's back to being a hater.
Back to being a hater.
Yeah.
Back to being a troll. Back to being me on the internet, right?
Yeah.
So I sent that tweet out about the Thunder weirdos. By the way, Thunder fans are mad weird. If you go through the list of people that were going at me, it was people with like anime avies and like SGA Photoshop avies and like dog avies and like it wasn't like Thunder. It wasn't like Thunder. Like, all right, let's take a step back for a second. If you were to describe with all honesty, CJ.
Yeah.
If you were to describe a Thunder fan, what would they look like? Wait. What would they look like?
Maybe white with a crew cut.
White with a crew cut.
White with a crew
So
cut.
you think there's a lot of white with a crew cut people coming at me? I think it was like kids. Like it was the Gen Zers.
Grown ass men.
You think so?
That's what I would think of a Thunder fan. I didn't know, but the kids, they rock with who they rock with. It
was
different.
weird.
They're different in that sort of a way. It's not teams that they get overly passionate about. It is individual players. And Shea, SGA, much like Ja, like the youth, they love them. I don't know if we've got the generation graphic, but them Gen Zers, which, correction, Jalen, our producer downstairs, wants everybody to know that millennials go till 96. So it's from 82 to 96, not 92. Because he'll be damned if he's in his exact words. I'll be damned if I'm in the generation with Gen Z. He does not want that. But so it's a bunch of kids coming at you, getting you right because they got to defend SGA.
They got to defend SGA. They got to defend Canadian Genuine because they
again, Canadian Genuine. If you missed it, because he will put a young lady in the chair while being perfectly moisturized and oiled up, and he'll grind. That's Pretty Ricky. You got to do Pony.
I want it. Let's do it. Ride it. The arm behind the head is crazy.
That's the only way to dance the Pony. Also, wait. Now we're off again. This is the most scatterbrain conversation. Applebee's got to chill.
What do Applebee's do?
Is it Applebee's? One of them, either Applebee's or Chili's restaurants.
Is it the $1 Mars?
They're using Pony in their commercial.
Oh, no.
And so I'm looking up and Pony is playing, so my arms go behind my head to get it. And it's an advertisement for a $9.99 chicken sandwich and a burger. I'm like, wait a second. This is not what this song was made for. No. We shouldn't be doing this for a chicken sandwich.
Hey, them $1 Margs will make you do that though, boy. That'll get you in that mood real quick, boy. You drinking gasoline at Applebee's. But back to the
dude and what he said. So it's not this not grown men, it's children coming to defend SGA.
I think it's children.
And one of these people though sent you a tweet. What did that tweet say?
And I read it and I said, I actually laughed. He said, and I quote, "Follow your name and hit the treadmill, my guy," with a heart emoji, fragile. I read that tweet and I cackled.
That's funny.
Because he's trying to like be funny with my last name. My last name's Walker, blah, blah, blah. So I read the tweet and I was like, that's funny. So I was like, I gotta respond to this. Yeah. And I'm looking at people's avies like, you know me. I'm a kid from Memphis. I'm gonna check you, bro. I'm gonna look at your face on the internet and I'm gonna find something to join you about. So I grab his photo, CJ. Mm-hmm. I do a super zoom inside of his photo. His avi is him in this freaky hat, this deep cut the V-neck, the deepest cut of V-necks, by the way.
Yes.
With the taco meat.
Gotta have the taco meat on the chest.
Gotta have the taco meat.
Gotta have the minis out a little bit.
With the circle glasses.
Yes.
With the iPhone photo. And I responded, type shit. I thought it got a good laugh out of the internet. They thought it was funny. I thought it was funny. And my God, he wasn't done, CJ. And this is why I would salute him.
When you get into it with people on the Twitter, you got to know when to walk away.
Got to know when to walk away.
You throw your shot, they throw their shot. And say,
Hat
okay,
tip,
all right, we're done at the. Can't keep going, but go ahead.
My God, he was not done, CJ.
No, he wasn't.
He was not done.
He wasn't.
He responded to my tweet of him saying, type, "Fair play, big dog. Just jealous you can't sniff my swag nor sex appeal. I give back shots reminiscent of this game." I said,
wait a minute. That's the wow.
I said, okay,
wow.
We're fighting a different battle, my guy. You got it, dog. You got it. Look, man. He hit me with that, and I said, "Look, bro. Look, dog.
You win. I give back shots reminiscent of this game."
Hey, look, dog. Look, when he switched, I said, CJ, look.
And just walk away.
Just walk away.
Just walk away. Like, all right, there's nothing I can. Like,
there you
come
go.
on, man.
That's the type.
Come on, man.
Shout out to my dog, man. His name is Garth Brooks Pokes. Anyway, by the way, that's the photo.
Girth Brooks.
Oh,
Pokes.
Girth is crazy.
Girth Brooks Pokes.
Oh, that's the kind of guy that would say.
That's the kind of guy that would say that. Makes a bunch of sense. Makes perfect sense.
All makes sense now.
You can't get into it with a dude like that. If you've got the courage to make that your Avi on social, like, nah, man, you got it.
You are bound for anything. Look,
you got it. I can't get into it with you. I'm not gonna win.
I'm not gonna win.
I'm not gonna win.
Because you want this. You are ready for this. You built for this.
Yes.
You don't care.
Not at all.
Some people get in their feelings when you troll them. Some people make a great joke and just walk away. So shout out to my guy.
Girth Brooks.
Girth
Brooks Pokes. Shout out Girth Brooks Pokes.
I salute to you, bro.
My goodness. Look at, like, come on, man.
Come on.
You can't beat this.
Look at that mustache, bro. Look at the Billy Ray Cyrus haircut. You can't.
No.
And the V cut. Okay, we got to talk about the deep V. I thought the deep V was done. Where do you get those?
No, I've got some deep Vs.
You got some deep Vs?
And listen, check it out. It may be done. Ankle socks are done.
Ankle socks are definitely. Please don't wear ankle socks.
I'm still wearing them.
You're spooky.
You'll just know I'm old.
You're a menace.
Yeah, I don't care.
You're a menace wearing ankle socks.
I fought all
Look at that DV, bro. Look at that taco meat. Look at that taco meat.
Let's go.
Look at that boy. That taco meat is illustrious.
But yeah, I have V-necks. So I don't know if they're done or not. Somebody in the chat, somebody online, let us know if V-necks are done, because I still rock them.
You rock the V-necks?
I will rock a V-neck.
How deep is the V though? Like how? Okay, if we're going,
it's not near as deep as Girth Brooks.
Are we going?
Like about
almost to the middies?
No, it'll stop before well before the.
So you can have the chains going over the.
Yeah. Absolutely.
We gotta get you a V-neck deal, because you might be one of the only people I know wearing V-necks still.
Yeah, I look good. I look way too good in a V-neck to just be done with it. And I don't look good in everything.
Respectfully.
Right. So I've got to keep my V-necks. Let's get to the Sonic Mailbag Question of the week. Remember, if your question gets selected, we will read it off on air, and you'll receive a $5 gift card to Sonic, where you can get my personal favorite, the chili cheese coney, or try one of their hidden menu drinks. I discovered this over the break.
A hidden menu drink at Sonic?
Yeah.
I thought the purpose of a hidden menu was not to say it out loud.
Well, I'm gonna let the world know about the Hulk. I had the Hulk. I got to look it up, and it was wonderful. It was incredible. So you can go in and you say, "Hey, give me the Hulk," and it's a sweet fruity drink made with Sundrop soda mixed with blue Powerade and raspberry syrup, and it was incredible. So good.
That sounds
so good.
That sounds. You know what sounds even better with that? Put a little casa in there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen. If you're trying to turn up, you can do that.
That's my kind of party, bro.
But Sonic, question of the week. This week's winner is Rashida Smith. Her question, Devin: who do you feel is the most underappreciated Grizzlies player so far this season? Underappreciated.
I'm gonna say this one. I want people to know I'm not saying this with any bias in my heart. I'm not saying this because this is my guy who's come on our show multiple times.
Our show, which is the Chris Vernon Show, here on these airways, noon till whenever y'all finish.
Yeah, whenever we finish. That is literally our time frame.
Yes.
Whenever we finish. And I think there is a interesting dynamic of Jaren being the most underappreciated Grizzly. I think there's a section of our fan base, I'm not going to say names, I think people don't appreciate the things he does on the night in and night out basis. I think he's been the most consistent Grizzlies this season, for this season and going from last year. I think he's been present. He's been an all-star. He's been a force on defense. He's been durable. He's checked so many boxes, and I think there's still a section of our fan base does not think he is what he is. So I'm going to go with the least appreciated Grizzly is Jaren Jackson Jr., one of our all-stars. Call me by his name.
In the chat poll, this is the question of the chat poll today in the YouTube chat. Who's the most underappreciated Grizzlies player this season? With 35% of the vote right now, Jaren. Jaren is there.
So I was right. Okay, there we go.
I don't think people have fully realized just yet that Jaren is playing at people in the fan base all the way. Jaren is playing at an all-NBA level, and it's one thing to be an all-star. It's like, yay, all-star, that's cool, that's great. But all-NBA is a much more exclusive club to be in. Mm-hmm. You've got to be one of the 15 best players in the league. And right now, Jaren, with his combination of skill and poise on the offensive end, both making shots and creating for others, and what he brings to you on the defensive end is one of the 15 best players in the league right now.
And it's unique, right? It's not quite like it's kind of like Anthony Davis type impact, right? Where he impacts both sides of the floor. Like the dude's a walk.
And it's crazy that fans hadn't realized that just yet.
Because they focus on, why does he not have 10 rebounds? You know what I'm saying? It's always what like.
But he's rebounding at a high level.
He's rebounding. I think he's rebounding.
He stopped the silly fouls. He's healthy now. All the things people have complained about Jaren for not doing, he's doing it this year.
He's doing it this year. He's doing it at a high clip. He's like I call him like we talk about like the Travis Kelce's of the NFL, right? He's too big for your small DBs, and he's too
fast for your
larger. Yeah. Think about Jaren in that aspect, right? Where you put a smaller defender on Jaren, he
number 4 for the Suns.
Throw it for the Suns. Throw it to the hand. Let me get to my hook midi, get to my floats, get to all my moves. You put a bigger player like Mason Plumlee on him, or you put a Brook Lopez, or you put like a lounging big man, a Zubac. Jaren's like, bring your ass out here. Come on out here to this.
Or listen,
out here to this 3-point
there was I forget which quarter it was. Might have been third quarter. It was Plumlee's like, he's not going by me, giving him appropriate amounts of space, and Jaren's like, oh, okay, crab dribble back, step into it. One of the 4 threes that he made, right? So, it's hard.
I think those are like elements of his game that people don't really appreciate. Like it's hard having a guy that you can't teams can't guard, and it's on him every night, right? Whether or not he wants to be that person, but I think the dude's unguardable, man. We gotta tip our hat to Tripp. He's an all-star this year. The numbers back it up. Like I said, all the boxes that people checked about him, the fouling, the not being durable, this and that. Jaren's done it this year, bro. So you can't do nothing but respect him.
I think either Huff or Clark would be underappreciated to me. I feel like what they give you in that big spot next to Jaren and what they give you in the minutes when Jaren's not on the court, as is the case most of the time with Jay Huff, is so instrumental in why the Grizzlies, when he goes off of the court and when Ja comes off of the court or when Dez comes off of the court, why the Grizzlies don't completely fall apart, particularly with Jay Huff.
Yeah.
Where it is, okay, he's a big who you have to guard at the 3-point line, and he can rebound and protect the rim as well at a really high level. Having to come out to guard him 25 feet away from the rim creates lanes for other players in that bench unit. We talked about it. I gave you the stats. The Grizzlies right now and bench scoring leads the NBA, and he's a part of the reason why, not just from a scoring standpoint, but from a space creation standpoint to allow a Scottie Pippen Jr. to get into the paint and not have to worry about a big being there to contest his shot at the rim or some of these other bench players as well. So for me, I would go with Huff.
Huff, I like that one because he is like you say.
Brandon Clark, the way he starts off games in halves,
I think he does a lot of things that don't show up in box scores. That people like. If you don't really watch the game, I think Brandon Clark's impact doesn't really show up because like you pull up like 2-man lineups with him and Jaren, and they're like, why does the lineup work so well? It's like okay, but if you watch the games, it makes sense, right? Yeah. So BC does a lot of things that don't show up in box scores. So I think BC's in that realm. Santi sometimes shows up. I don't think people appreciate him enough. But I do. If we give a gold star like they do in elementary school, everybody loves a gold star on their paper. I think I'm gonna get mine to number 13 because, like I said, you pull up any lineup that we have number wise. I know people love numbers. You pull them up. If you got 13 in your lineup, I guarantee you is a plus on the box score. So
absolutely. College football playoff. Speaking of pluses in box scores, Cam Skattebo is a plus in every way imaginable.
Shout out Cam Skattebo, man.
Tip the cap to Arizona State Sun Devil sensation Cam Skattebo, who came into the game. This is why I like when players talk shit, pop shit, whatever we're saying these days, right? When you come out and you say something like Cam Skattebo did, that nobody in the nation respects the fact that I'm the best running back in the country, and goes out there and does that?
Yes.
Does that? And
he made history. So he made history, right?
I would assume so, but no, I don't know what specific history he made.
The history he made, and the history of the Peach Bowl, CJ, they have never given the offensive MVP to a losing player. And he got the offensive player, and they said in 26 years, we've never been able to do this. They had to give him the trophy for offensive player of the game because he put up 42 passing yards, 143 rush yards, 99 receiving yards, 1 passing touchdown, 2 rushing touchdowns. The dude, puke and rally, bro. Puke and rally. After he threw up, he threw that dime.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And Listen, he's overexerting himself. Look at this reception. There's something to be said about being in good game shape. Yes, I understand that conditioning matters. Absolutely, 1,000%. Look at the way he mean mugs also, right? Like, that's fine. That's all well and good. This is a man who didn't play in the fourth quarter towards the end of the year because Arizona State would be up by so much because he was out there carrying the team on his back. He's getting hit in the backfield every single time. Look at the way he's breaking tackles. That was on the 2-point conversion. He gets touched in the backfield and just runs through it. On one of the other touchdowns, you'll see he gets hit. He's carrying dudes in before he gets body slammed into the end zone by his offensive lineman, which I'm pretty sure should not have been legal.
Yeah, you should not be able to do that.
But, like, it's on Texas. You had 4 dudes hit him, and didn't nobody bring him down. And so he's doing that routinely in that game. Of course he's tired. You look up and you say, oh, he's only got 30-something yards, 40-something yards, what have you. Watching that game, you're thinking, it's amazing that he's got that.
Yeah.
Texas was whipping them dudes on the front. And he was the one that was the reason why that they wouldn't bring him down. Like you said, 30 carries for 143 yards, 8 catches.
8 catches, bro.
For 99 yards.
He did everything.
1 passing touchdown for 42 yards, and up until that point in the game, that was the best pass that an Arizona State player threw, was that touchdown pass. 2 rushing touchdowns, 1 passing touchdown, a 2-point conversion, a partridge, and a pear damn tree. Right? Like, Cam Skattebo had a game that I'm pretty sure they wouldn't allow you to have in the college football game.
No.
Not in NCAA 25, not EA Sports.
Them sliders would have said, yo, you got to come on down a little bit.
Down. His whole body, for those of you who play the game, you get tired. That the way they stop you from using one player too much is they make them tired to make them more injury prone. So little parts on their body will pop up red. So your shoulder will be red, or your ankle will go red, or your hammies or your quads will go red.
It's called the wear and tear.
The wear and tear.
Yeah.
Cam Skattebo was red everywhere.
He was red everywhere.
He had to be red everywhere. That's why he was on the sideline throwing up.
And he was throwing up. Like you said, he bounced back, bro. Because, hey, I want to give a shout out to the Sam Levitt because the first couple quarters, the dude was running for his life, bro.
Yeah.
I kind of felt bad for him.
Texas was whooping those front linemen for Arizona State.
Whooping them. Sam Levitt was running for his life. Cam Skattebo, which he does better than a lot of people, wasn't running for his life. It was, for me, for Cam Skattebo, it was good to see him against, like, high-level talent, bro. Because we saw Ashton Jenney against
Penn State.
And they were like, yo, you ain't going nowhere, dog.
And I think that I think Penn State's front 7 and Texas's front 7 are comparable in talent, whereas a bunch of NFL talent on both sides. All right, running back, let's see what you can do. Your offensive line is very clearly going to be outmatched, be it Boise State or Arizona State. Running back, can you break the tackles and make the plays necessary? Darnell is in the chat saying that Ashton Jenney is still that dude.
Oh, for sure.
I was very disappointed in the way Jenney performed.
Me too.
I understand that. Like, there's only so much you can do when you're the running back and you're getting hit as soon as you get the ball given to you. But shit, I watched Cam Skattebo do just that and still break off big runs. The run that he had, I think he had like a 40-yard run that wasn't a touchdown. It was just a big run.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Where he gets hit and it's like, okay, he's going down. No, he powers through the hit and goes all the way down the field for a big run, a necessary run for Arizona State, a needed run in that moment. And if Arizona State had a field goal kicker,
bro,
Texas is done.
You left at least 15 to 20 points on the table, bro, just off field goal kicking, red zone offense, just a disaster.
At one point
right?
in the fourth quarter, they had gotten to the red zone 3 times and didn't have a score.
Didn't have
a score.
Because you at Arizona State, you can find it. I know at some point, Killing Dillingham during the season had to do like tryouts because the kicking was so bad.
Yeah.
You should be able to find a kicker at Arizona State, bro. There's a lot of good things going on at Arizona State. I promise you can find somebody to use their foot.
You gotta be able to pull the potential kickers out of the parties at Arizona State.
That's true. That's like, you know what? Would I rather kick it with these baddies? Or would I want to be blamed for missing a field goal?
Kick a football. Kick it with baddies or kick a football.
Kick it with the baddies, kick it with football. Which one would you pick?
I mean, I would kick a field goal.
You would kick the field goal?
I would kick the field goal.
But because then you get more baddies.
Yeah, that's how it works. You never.
But if you miss the field goals, your baddie intake goes down.
You never lose women chasing opportunity.
Ooh, that's
you
a bar.
always
That's a bar.
lose
That's a bar.
opportunities chasing women.
Ooh.
Like you, listen to me. I'll learn you something real quick. I'll learn you something. Do I need to say it again?
Preach,
Do I need to say you never lose women chasing opportunity.
Woo.
You will lose opportunities chasing these
That's
women.
a bar.
Stick with me
Whoa.
now. I'll learn you something.
Testify.
I need a chalkboard in the back.
We need like an organ in here when you say something like that, boy. We need the organ in here.
A true story on field goal kickers. A buddy of mine was at Alabama. Nick Saban's I'm pretty sure Nick Saban is a coach. Maybe it's pre-Saban. It might be pre-Saban. Let me take that back. And they're having kicker issues. And so they find out that he was a good high school kicker. They tell him, hey, come try out for us for this kicker spot. He said, yeah, cool, I'll be there. His dad is excited about it. His mom excited about it. He's excited about it. Going to get on scholarship, be a field goal kicker, and kick in the SEC, kick at Alabama. Something I didn't think was possible. That's big stuff.
That's big time.
The night before, got blackout drunk. Slept through the tryout, completely missed it. The special teams coach was Dabo Swinney. He missed the tryout with Dabo Swinney because he was partying too hard in Tuscaloosa. Right? Like, that's the issue that you have at one of those schools, is being able to find
fumble the bag.
Yeah.
I want to ask one more question about the kicking field. Is kicking the most? I'm trying to figure out a way to word it, because if you miss a kick, you get like Bert Auburn, right, for Texas, right? Yeah. He misses multiple kicks. You're like, yo, you're trash. You're a bum.
Speaking of not finding,
is that the most lawless position in football? You think?
I don't know law. I know it's lonely.
Lonely, because I think the better word is being a kicker the most lonely position in football. Because if I make it, you're the kicker. You got one job, buddy. You're supposed to make that. Yeah. If I shank this mud,
yeah, it's lonely.
You gotta that walk of shame is spooky, boy. Because Bert Auburn missed too. Yeah. And if Arizona State scores on that last drive, Bert Auburn's gonna be walking back to the crib. You know what I'm saying?
He can't come back with us.
He can't come back with us. Yeah, you play for? Nah, you won't play for us, dog. You gotta go.
Give me that jersey and you sit down.
So it's the most lonely. You think it's the most lonely position in football?
It's real lonely. You got to be real mentally solid to be able to go out there in the highest moments of pressure in these games with all of these people watching you. Some hoping you succeed, some hoping you fail, and go out there and kick at a high level. It didn't come down to a field goal kicker in the Ohio State-Oregon game.
That came down to...
They just came out there, boy.
If you don't stop running from me, you must stop running from me.
Why am I blanking on wide receiver for Ohio State, who came out there under a minute, less than a minute into the game.
He made sure.
Less than a minute
Jeremiah
into the
Smith
game.
made sure
Jeremiah
you knew.
Smith came out there and was like, all right.
Before the game even got to us.
Yeah.
Before
we flipped over, Jeremiah Smith was out here doing this. Just gone.
Look, Oregon was very familiar with the back of his jersey in the whole game.
Oh, my goodness.
They saw a lot of number 4 Smith in that jersey.
He had a touchdown and 118 receiving yards the first quarter. And then look at this, just wide the hell open, just torching these dudes. It was a close game when these two met during the regular season. Ohio State just came out and jumped all over Oregon, and this is why we needed to expand the college football playoff.
You're damn right.
Not for, first off, that Texas-Arizona State game was incredible.
Incredible game. That should have been the nightcap.
It would have been the Sugar Bowl. We'll talk more about the Sugar Bowl in just a second. But there was a need to expand the college football playoff because a team like Ohio State wouldn't be in. Forget about the arguments between the 9 and 3 SEC teams. Forget about the arguments against the Indianas and the Boise States and the SMUs of the world. You expand it so you make sure you get everybody in who can legitimately win a championship in. And routinely, going back to the BCS era, going to the era before the BCS when we were in the pole area, historically speaking, that's about 5 to 6 teams any given year. If you only get 4 of them in, well, you're leaving 2 of them out. And so this is why you needed to expand. Ohio State went out there and absolutely jumped all over Oregon, took care of business. Will Howard couldn't even get on the stage at the end of the game.
They wouldn't even let him up.
They wouldn't let him on the stage.
CJ, y'all planted that flag, and I think they woke him up, bro.
What
They've been BTA ever since Michigan put that flag in that O, bro.
What Michigan did well is zag when everybody else zigged, right? Like, everybody wants to spread you out, get the ball on the outside to their receivers, make plays, have quarterbacks who can read defenses, throw the ball down the field, things like that. And so if that's what you're accustomed to, much like the triple option, when it's like, this is what we're accustomed to, this style of football. Oh, no, here this running style of football comes. All right, we've got to change our mentality. We've got to change the physicality with which we play. Well, then that's where it becomes difficult. Ohio State won't face a team like Michigan, who did the exact same thing to Penn State last year and to Ohio State last year, did the same thing this year to Alabama, where it was, hey, you know what? F it. Run the ball. let's just
hat
do
on
that.
the hat.
Hat on the hat. We'll play time possession. We'll play time of possession and field positioning, and that's how we'll do it. And that's what Michigan did well against Alabama in the ReliaQuest Bowl. What they did well against Ohio State this year when they played. What they did against Penn State last year and Ohio State last year as well. Where it's just, hey, we're just gonna run it at you and see if you can stop it.
Yeah.
Nobody. Maybe Georgia can do that. Maybe Georgia in the playoffs can do that. Ohio State looks good, man. Unfortunately.
Hey, can we speak on the elephant? I guess not the elephant in the room, but like the duck in the room, as they would say.
What's up with the duck?
The duck in the room. Oregon did what Oregon does on the big stage, CJ. As someone who stands for Oregon, who's someone who, if I was a college athlete, I would be at Oregon. They did what they did, bro. They in the big moment, you got a trillion jersey combinations, no big wins, no national titles to stand for it. Oregon, you did what you do. Y'all, by the way, you picked the worst possible combination to come out with on the biggest stage. We're in the shiny silver helmet with the gold, the green, with the throwback unis. You deserve to get your ass kicked when you put those on. But Oregon did what Oregon does, CJ. How you feel about Oregon just always on the big stage, just find a way to take a dump on the field?
Man, they got to find a way to get over that hump. They do.
Like I said, they've never done it. It's crazy.
They got so close against that Cam Newton Auburn team got real close. Oregon did in probably the best game of the BCS era. But yeah, they're great regular season, postseason, particularly in playoffs. That's when things can get a little tight for Oregon. They'll figure it out.
You think eventually Oregon will get over the hump? Yeah. But until then, I need y'all to put a better. You got all those combinations. Please just don't. Y'all pick the worst one, bro. I guarantee if you would have put a better uniform on, you probably would have played a better game. That's from somebody who preaches the Coach Prime motto: look good, play good, look good, feel good, look good, work good.
Somebody in the chat said Oregon equals metrosexual. So it's like, okay.
Wait, right. What?
Why are we taking that shot? But okay, you got
it's like somebody said, we're trying to say that SGA looks because he wants to dance the pony. Everybody dances the pony.
Everybody
bro.
should be grinding when pony
if
comes on.
If you hear pony,
heterosexual and homosexual, all the sexuals should be grinding when pony comes on.
All the sexuals.
That's the grind anthem.
That and grind on me. I think those are two like the prime joints.
Oh yeah.
Like, you got to get into you know what I'm saying? Oh.
You're here with it.
I'm here with it. I'm here with it. I do the here. You behind the head.
I flap like I'm finna fly off.
Yeah. I'm in front. We do a little in front action. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Shout out, man.
We're going to do the draft superstitions. We went really, really long. We're also going to share with you some of the things that we watched from the holiday while we were off. Don't go anywhere. We got all that and more coming up next.
Grizz Nation, it's time to send Ja, Jaron, and Dez to the 2025 All-Star Game.
Oh! What did we just see, partner?
Take three! Bain for three. Bingo! Desmond Bain heating it up. Blocked by Jaron!
Most versatile power forward in the game today.
Head to NBA.com/vote, the NBA app, or simply use the QR code on the screen to send your Grizzlies to the All-Star Game today.
Our fans have a huge impact on our ability to play to the level that we're striving for.
Drop off, Durant. Oh! Well, you wanted home crowd involvement.
I love those moments where you see our guys engaging in the fans, and the fans just get pumped up.
They are standing in FedEx Forum.
I would hate to be on the other side with the opposition when FedEx Forum's rolling. That's such an unbelievable relationship that our group has with our fans.
There's no substitute for experience, the knowledge gained from having been there before, and the passion to share what you know to make everyone around you better. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies checking from Pinnacle. Play hard. Bank easy.
Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit by August 31st, and you could receive a $200 direct deposit bonus into your account. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
I'm not going to let you get away with this.
Yeah, that's fine. I deserve it.
You walked in here on Friday afternoon and said
the smoke.
Every day for the last 2 years, you have said, I am John Buckeye.
I said once the playoff matchups were made, you asked what I thought. I said Ohio State's going to beat them by double digits. I said Ohio State's. I walked it all back and went John Vol. I joined General Nealon's Navy.
The Chris Vernon Show, live on weekdays at noon on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
Somebody who really has done what they were supposed to do, or maybe wasn't expected to do, is Jalen Wells, the Western Conference Rookie of the Month.
What you're seeing right now is him showing that, hey, no matter where I was going to go in the draft, I was going to be ready.
Hey, Grizzlies fans, be sure to tune in to Grizz Beat, where the panel and I break down all things Grizzlies and take a look at the rest of the NBA as well. The show is live every Wednesday, 2 p.m. on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app.
You power rank ice, like Sonic's #1. Chick-fil-A's up there with the little cubes. Who else got good ice?
I don't know, because I think it's just Sonic.
Sonic might have to be like the Hall of Fame of ice, bro.
I guess maybe Chick-fil-A's got the good ice.
They got like the little cubies.
Oh yeah, Chick-fil-A does have good ice. Yeah, so Chick-fil-A is 2. Sonic ice is just something special about that.
Something special about that.
Something special.
Sonic, hook us up, bro. We
With
shot
some
out ice and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had Sonic New Year's Eve. That was my New Year's Eve treat as I laid in bed and watched these football games.
What's your Sonic order?
Oh, I get the large chili cheese coney meal with large chili cheese fries. I get a medium mozzarella stick, cheddar peppers.
How high are you, bro? Damn.
Yeah.
You said a large chili cheese
I need
coney.
to do like your name and walk on the treadmill too.
No, for real. A large chili cheese coney.
Yes.
With the large chili cheese fries.
Yes.
I missed the back end. What was the back end?
Also, they changed their fries. They got crinkle cut
They
fries.
do have crinkles now, yeah.
Go back to the shoestring.
Go back to the. I'm with
shoestring.
you. I'm with you. It threw me off.
But I still do it.
Okay.
And then I get a medium order of mozzarella sticks.
Wait.
What?
Okay. So we got the coney.
Yeah.
The large, and I'm someone who orders the chili cheese fries too, so I know that thing is not big. No diddy.
Yeah.
It's not. That thing is not. It's about this big of a chili cheese fry.
And it's not like wide. It's long. It's not wide.
Exactly. The girth is not there, but the length is.
Need a little bit more girth. We're walking around with the Chet Holmgren of chili cheese fries.
Yes. So then you throw the mod 6 on.
Yeah.
Then you end with what?
Cheddar peppers for dessert. Just small order though. I gotta watch my food. Just small order. Just give me the 4 count, babe. Let's draft, Devin.
Let's go.
New Year's Eve, that's what I ate. New Year's Day, I ate, the customary good luck meal that everybody eats. And it got me to thinking, hey, what are some of my favorite superstitions out there? I texted Devin and said, hey, we're going to draft superstitions. So we're going to draft our favorite superstitions. That is this draft. Let's get the ducks going. Can't wait to see what duck Devin gets.
They gave
Devin with the that's an English duck, right?
Yeah,
that's
an
one
English
of those
duck,
people.
yeah.
Oh my
The
goodness,
3
I
buttons.
bet not lose.
That 3 button. Let's go. Let's go.
Come on. That was England versus George Washington, and England won. Revolutionary War win for you guys, I guess.
British are coming.
All right, Devin.
All right, I'm gonna start it.
Number 1.
Superstitions, bro. I think I'm gonna take it back to the elementary school days, CJ, to start my first superstition.
Okay.
That was once as always when we're in the hallway, walking down the hallway, elementary school. We always said, CJ, we always said, you step on the crack, you break your mama's back.
Oh, that's a good one.
I avoid a lot of cracks to
this day, you don't step on cracks.
I don't step on cracks because I guess what I don't want to do, CJ.
What you don't want?
I don't want to break my mama's back because my mama's a good woman. My mama's a good human. Shout out to my mom, man. Shout out to my mom. Pretty sure somebody's gonna send her this now that I'm saying this. Shout out to my mom. I do not step on cracks, mom. To break your back.
The amount of scuffles, skirmishes, outright fights that popped off in elementary school because somebody walked up behind somebody else who was trying to avoid stepping on the crack and just pushed them into.
You can't push me into a crack.
You're trying to break my mama's back.
Exactly, man. So we're gonna take it back to the school days.
Step on a crack.
Step on a crack to break your mama's back, man.
I like that. That's a good pick. I brought it up earlier to set this up. my favorite superstition is that New Year's Day meal. The good luck meal where you got the greens for money, the black eyed peas, which symbolize new beginning and good luck. Cornbread. I had a buddy of mine live it yesterday. She thought she had eggs in the house, realized she didn't. So she couldn't make the cornbread, and cornbread is gold. So greens is money, cornbread is gold, black eyed peas for good luck. Jalen, just put New Year's Day meal.
Do a lot of typing. Damn, Jalen, it's hard, bro.
And then you eat. I didn't realize this. My mom was like, "Well, what pork are you eating?" I was like, "Well, I'm eating fish, not pork." She's like, "No, you got to eat pork because pork represents moving forward in the year."
Did we add this? Did we remix this recently?
No.
I've never heard this one before.
That's what it is. Pork and fish. I realized this. I found this out Googling it. Fish represents the same thing as pork does. Fish swim forward, which represents you moving forward and progressing forward in your life, career, romance, what have you. Pork represents the same thing because pigs are front digging animals, always facing forward. So yeah. So that's why we eat those things, and it's a good meal.
No chitlins.
Well, that's pork.
Oh, so I consider
that's pork.
Okay,
that's pork.
Yeah. Are you a chitlin?
I'll mess a chitlin up.
I saw a real freak on the internet this week over the break. Do some chitlin pasta. I almost threw up. Would you freak the chitlin? You would freak the chitlin pasta?
I would mess up a chitlin pasta.
Okay, I think that we've gone too far.
Oh, you stop it. What's your next pick?
All right, my next pick is I'm gonna go with an easy one. I think this one we all kind of believe in. Knocking on wood, CJ.
That's
I'm a big knock on wood guy. When somebody says something like, I hope someone don't get hurt, I immediately find out I found some wood to knock on.
Knocking out the evil spirits. That's why we knock on.
Yeah.
Because evil spirits are, for whatever reason, kicking in the wood. You say something, they grab hold to the to the bad thing that you said because they're evil spirits. They're like, oh, let me run this up the ladder so we can make this thing actually happen. When you knock on wood, you knock that out of their consciousness for some reason, I guess.
I'm a knock on wood guy.
Knock on wood.
Big knock on wood guy.
Itchy palms.
That's on my list too.
Itchy
That's
palms.
a good one. Itchy
palms.
That means you about to get some money.
You about to get some money.
Yeah.
You about to get some money when them palms start to itching, baby.
My grandma used to say that all the time.
Your grandma, mine too.
Yeah. Hey.
I think that's just a universal grandma thing. My grandma, we're in Jackson, Tennessee. We be sitting there, and she get hey, I need to get to the casino. Why? My palms is itching. My palms is itching. Money coming. It's like, all right, Granny.
Like, Granny, what? Just want an excuse to gamble. I understand. Just tell me. Just tell me.
Number 3 for you, Devin.
All right, my next one. This is a shout out to Grandma. This is speaking of grandmas. This is on my list as well. I don't know if this is really a superstition, but I think it's a phrase that people use that I think I started as an adult. As a kid, you hear this phrase, you're like, I don't know what the hell that means. But as an adult, you hear it and you really soak it in. And CJ, I believe fat meat's greasy.
Oh, you got to.
I believe fat meat's greasy.
You have to.
If you don't believe fat meat greasy, something's bad gonna happen to you. So put that up there, Jalen. I believe fat meat is greasy. That's my number 3. That's an off the wall pick. That may have been a reach, a 6th rounder, getting drafted into the 3rd round, but I think fat meat is greasy.
I will go with my next pick. Don't split the pole. I am big on
that one.
Don't split the pole around me. And listen, everybody might not be aware of that, but you're walking with somebody, you're walking with a group of people. Everybody has to pass on the same side of the pole. Otherwise, it's bad luck. I guess spiritually speaking, there's a tether that connects you to all of the people around you. And when you split the pole, you break that tether, you ruin that relationship. I am big on not splitting the pole.
I'll tackle somebody, bro.
I will grab you and make you walk back around. We can walk the same way around the pole.
That's a good one. That's a good one. My next one, unless your name is Farnsworth Bentley, I will not allow this. Umbrellas inside.
Umbrellas inside.
Do not open an umbrella inside near me. I will, bro, I swear.
Devin?
I swear. Unless your name is Farnsworth Bentley. And that's one of them. So do not do that around me.
I've seen way too many cartoons where that's ended in catastrophe.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Where the umbrella gets open inside and then you get struck by lightning or something like that.
Exactly. Unless your name is Farnsworth, and I don't think that's a very rare name, do not open an umbrella near me, man. So that's probably my number 4 pick.
I will go with a good one here. Finding the lucky coin face up. A lot of times, my day changes finding that I don't know if it's actually luck or not, or if it's my mind saying, okay, let's change our mind frame. We found this nickel heads up. But whenever I find a coin heads up, I'm going down there to get it because I'm excited. It's like, oh, I'm gonna have a lucky day today.
I think that was definitely the second one.
Okay.
I think, but I mess with that.
And if it's face down, you got to flip it over. Got to flip it over. Just
like
be polite.
I like that.
So yeah, coin face up.
All right, my last one. My list is getting a little thin. I think I do this out of just like consciousness of just. I watched the Final Destination before, multiple times actually, multiple destinations of Final. I've watched multiple of those movies. I just don't want anything bad to happen to me. Because every time, like you said in cartoons, CJ, when you see the umbrella inside, bad stuff happens. When you see people walk under a ladder, bad shit happens, bro. I got walk under a ladder because, like I said, I don't know just under, like, I don't want this ladder to fall on me or just, unless, like I said, Jeff Hardy used to do it all the time in WWE and I was worried about him. They used to do it a lot of time in ladder matches in the wrestling, but walking under a ladder, that's my number 5. Do not do that. No.
The mirror in there, breaking a mirror.
Breaking a mirror, yeah.
That's another one of those.
That freaks me out, by the way,
That's
too.
another one of those tropes where I don't know if it's bad luck or not. I know I've seen enough cartoons, though, to where something like that happens. You walk under a ladder, you open the umbrella inside, you break a mirror, and the very next thing you know, you hit upside the head with an anvil. Like an Acme product just falls on you. So,
if you would have knocked on wood, it would have been all right, right?
You've been good. You've been good. All right, last pick here. I think I'm going to go. Not I think, I know. Sweeping your feet. Sweeping your feet. Yeah, so like if you're sweeping and the broom hits your foot, or you're sweeping and you hit somebody else's foot, you got to spit on the broom, otherwise you get bad luck.
What?
Yes.
You got to spit on the broom?
You got to spit on the broom.
You got to lubricate the broom to make sure you don't
spit on the broom so you don't get bad luck.
Wait, where did you come? Is this your youth thing?
No, I'm pretty. Jalen right here. It's true. Okay. You heard, and I love it. And Jalen's talking right now. His mama will knock you out if you sweep her foot with a broom. That's why I love it. The reaction from people who believe this superstition, the second that broom touches their foot, they begin to freak out. It is hilarious.
Really?
Oh, yes. Yes, you don't sweep feet. You don't do it.
Don't sweep feet with a broom. Okay, I'm gonna have to add one.
Go to your mama house right now, or to your grandmama house right now, and grab the broom and sweep their foot and see don't they freak out on you.
I might try that.
They're gonna lose their mind.
I might try a sneaky one, underrated pick. I think somebody brought up in the chat, and that's one I had on my list. If your ears itching, that means somebody's talking about you.
If you sneeze, somebody's thinking about you. I had that one on.
Yeah.
I had the Scottish play. I'm not sure if you're familiar with this.
Scottish play?
You don't. If you're in the theater.
In the theater.
And we're going to go to theater Thursday here just real quick. Actually, no, we're not. We're just going to end the show. But if you're in the theater, sorry, people, I lied to you about what we were doing today. You'll be okay. You don't say Macbeth on stage. You don't. The second you come into the theater, you don't say Macbeth unless that's the show you're performing. If you're referencing Macbeth, you say the Scottish play. Because bad things have happened in theater, prominent bad things throughout the course of theatrical history.
Really?
Yes, when people have said Macbeth on stage. Yes.
You just taught me something, CJ.
Yeah, man. And Jessica isn't even here, and we got that nerdy theater fact in
Look,
there.
there you go. You see, Jessica's not here. We don't have the theater fact. Look, that's why you have CJ Hurt here. He's here to make you feel good, theater people.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, theater nerds.
Shout out to the theater nerds. Love y'all. It's not just the sports nerds that we love. We love theater nerds also.
We love the car nerds.
Yes, absolutely. Fashion nerds, whatever you nerd out on, anime nerd.
Unless you're an OKC fan. That's where I draw the line, buddy. Stay out of my damn mentions.
Devin,
I fight with
so you're telling me I'm not supposed to eat the chitlin pasta?
No, bro. You don't
okay,
know.
Okay, wait.
You want a Charmin deal?
Wait.
That chitlin pasta
looks sauce.
Look at that. Look at that pasta, bro.
Why is
look at that shit, bro.
Why is that the sauce? I'm not eating that. I thought we had some like red marinara sauce. I thought we were almost like chitlin parmesan in this thing.
This is chitlin pasta. This is the original recipe for chitlin pasta. You eating that?
Nah, I'm not eating that. That don't even look seasoned.
Exactly.
Is this a real food video?
This is a real food video. See, you found it so fast.
Jalen, give me the camera. Is it this person right here? Wait, where? Right? Is it this person?
I think
front of the palm, back of the hand. Is it a front? Is it back of the hand?
Back of the hand.
No, we can't have a back of the hand doing that.
Look at that hand.
No.
Back of the hand definitely did make that chillin' possible.
Back of the hand couldn't have
ever
made
seen
that.
Itchy Palm put some chitlins in something?
Well, they do those weird videos sometimes to get reactions out of people.
Oh, especially like the brothers like us?
Yeah. So
I think that was definitely back of the hand video.
Other Jacob loves to send me those types of videos.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, because it just makes me mad.
He's an instigator.
It's visceral anger when I see those videos.
So you don't think back of the hand did this?
No.
You don't think we're the culprits?
No, I can't believe that.
I think Tyler Perry is a culprit though. Put your damn show back on BET Plus so I can watch it.
Give Devin the single.
Look, bro.
Give Devin the single. We'll get out of here.
Tyler Perry, look, bro. I got a message for you. I'm just minding my business over the break. I'm watching House of Pain. I find the show on BET Plus. I love House of Pain when I was younger. Let me tap back in. I'm watching it by myself. I'm tapping in. I'm having a good time. It gets to 2025. I try to watch House of Pain. It said the damn license expired. Pay what you owe, Tyler Perry. I'm trying to watch the show, bro. Pay what you owe. I'm trying to watch House of Pain because I can't even watch it now. I only can watch season 7 because Janine's off crack. I like it when Janine's on crack. I like when the uncle is joning her because she's on crack. Pay what you owe, Tyler. I'm trying to watch the show.
There we go. All right. Great show, Devin. Thanks for filling in, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate
Good
it.
vibes,
Appreciate it.
man.
Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We'll be back tomorrow. Talk about all things Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl will be kicking off today at 3. Sad news out of New Orleans we didn't get a chance to get to, but we both want to send our thoughts and prayers to that community and everybody affected by that terrorist attack. Ended up pushing the Sugar Bowl back a day. We'll get to watch that. We'll talk about it on tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Peace. CJ out.
Yeah.
I've been working on that. Been watching What If, and that's what Nick Fury says now. He just goes Fury out. So I think I'm going to start CJ out.
You can't take that.